Charges in Xero is something that they can also be called extra charges. So it's not usually what they sell, it's just something a bit different they might do. So now we're going to look at adding a freight charge to with purchasing something with a bill. So let's go ahead and do this. So what we're going to do is head up to purchases. We can either go the bills way or we can go plus. We might do this way instead and click bill. So what we're creating here now is a new bill in Xero. So this one today is from Kayak World. So we're going to type that in. And the date on that is the 15th of Jan. And the due date will be the 20th of the following month. We don't have a reference here. We're going to keep that tax exclusive. So what we purchased was 4 sea kayaks. So we update that to 4. And we're going to update that to 15% GST on expenses. And we also purchased 4 kids kayaks at the same time as well, kids kayaks. So this looks like a normal purchase that we usually do in our bills section here. Oops, and we need to go 15% GST on expenses. So the only difference here is that we're adding in a freight charge. So I'm going to call this freight charge. We're going to type 1 for the quantity, and the amount of our charge today is $75 excluding GST. And I'm going to code this to freight inwards there and tab across. And now I should have an invoice total there of $7,312.85. And once I'm happy with that, I'm going to click approve. So a sundry or an extra charge in a bill is as easy as that. Now, what we're going to do is create another bill. So we're going to head up to the plus tab here and click on bill. This time we have a bill here now from Canoe and Kayak. The date on that is the 22nd of Jan and the due date is the 20th of February. We also don't have a reference here and we're going to make this one tax inclusive this time. We're not actually dealing with any inventory here, so any of our products that we sell in the business, our kayaks here, we're doing this for some advertising. So we're going to call this NZ Kayak Magazine Advertising. Click 1 for quantity, and our unit price here is $247.50. And then the reason why we've made this tax inclusive is because we've been told to include GST, and the amount for that is $247.50. So you can see once I code this one now to our marketing for advertising, that GST is automatically calculated down here for us, and this amount won't change. Cool. So this here is just sundry or an extra charge for a service provided by the business. So we're going to click approve on that one. Now we're going to look at sundry or extra charges for our credit customers. So this is for anyone that has purchased from us, so any of our sales. What we're going to do here is click on the plus and we're going to click on invoice. So this time we have sold to a low. The date is the 17th of January. The due date is the 20th of the following month. So let me do that. It does. Awesome. No reference, and we're going to leave this one tax exclusive. So here we've actually sold some kids kayaks, and we've sold 2. And I'm happy with that. And this is where I add my sundry or extra charge on here. So now we actually have some painting names on the kayaks. That's pretty cool. I'm going to click 1 on that one. And now what we're going to do is update that to $34 and change this to kayak repair fees. So you see there we've had our normal inventory sale there, but now we're adding on an extra charge here of $34 for painting those. So our figure down here should be $1,223.60. And once I'm happy with that, I'm going to click on the arrow here and click approve. So we can also make ourselves have sales invoices as well for things like repair fees or other income. So our example here is for El Huang, and the date here is the 22nd of Jan. 20th of Feb is the due date, and we're going to leave this one tax inclusive this time because we've been told the tax inclusive amount. We're not selling any inventory, so we don't need to use item, and we're going to type in the description there of kayak repairs. Quantity is 1, and the price is $54.65. The account we're going to use there is kayak repair fees. And you can see there that if we leave that tax inclusive, the amount will always be $54.65, and Xero automatically calculates the GST there of $7.13. So once we're happy with that, and just make sure we click on that one, great. Anything that is showing up red light there means I haven't saved it correctly. So that's a good one to know about. And we're going to head into the arrow there and click approve. So that is any of our sundry or extra charges that we have in Xero and how to add them to invoices where you are selling a product, where you are purchasing a product, and how to do them on your own. Awesome.